Welcome to the tutorial on paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is the act of rephrasing or rewriting a piece of text using different words, while retaining the original meaning. The aim is often to simplify the original text, make it clearer, or tailor it for a particular audience without changing its essential message. Paraphrasing is a common technique in academic writing to avoid plagiarism, as it allows you to present information from other sources in a way that fits seamlessly into your own work, provided that you give appropriate credit to the original source. For example, consider the original text: "The cat leapt gracefully through the air, defying gravity as it chased the fluttering butterfly." A paraphrased version might be: "The cat jumped elegantly, seemingly ignoring the laws of physics, in its pursuit of the flying insect." Both versions communicate the same essential information, but the words used are different. Note that paraphrasing is not the same as summarizing. Summarizing involves reducing the original text to its essential points, while paraphrasing seeks to convey the entire message of the original text, just in different words. Students often ask, why do we need to paraphrase? Many will just copy the information word for word. Well, there are many reasons. One of the most critical reasons for paraphrasing is to avoid plagiarism. Directly copying someone else's words without proper citation is considered intellectual theft. Paraphrasing allows you to present another person's ideas in your own words, provided you cite the original source. When you paraphrase, you show that you've understood the source material well enough to explain it in your own words. This adds credibility to your work and allows you to engage more deeply with the topic. Using direct quotes can sometimes disrupt the flow of your paper if the quote's language or style is very different from your own. Paraphrasing allows you to maintain a consistent tone and style throughout your paper. Paraphrasing requires you to actively engage with the source material, which often leads to a deeper understanding of it. This active engagement can make your argument or thesis more robust and nuanced. When you're synthesizing information from multiple sources, paraphrasing can be particularly useful. It allows you to integrate various perspectives or pieces of evidence in a way that is coherent and flows naturally. Some source material may use technical jargon or complex language. Paraphrasing allows you to translate this into simpler terms that your audience will understand, making your paper more accessible. When you paraphrase, you can choose which parts of the original material to emphasize, allowing you to focus on the elements most relevant to your paper. However, it's crucial to remember that even when you paraphrase, proper citation is required to give credit to the original author. Failure to do so constitutes plagiarism, which can have severe academic consequences. Learning to paraphrase effectively is an essential skill in academic writing and communication. Here are some steps and tips to help you get better at paraphrasing. First, you need to understand the original text and read the text carefully. Before attempting to paraphrase, make sure you fully understand the original text. You may need to read it multiple times. Next, identify key points. Highlight or jot down the main ideas or arguments presented in the text. Now it is time to plan your paraphrase. Start with an outline. Create a basic outline using the key points you've identified. This will serve as a roadmap for your paraphrasing. Also, consult multiple sources. If the topic is complex, it might be helpful to consult additional sources to ensure your understanding is accurate. Now you are ready to create the paraphrase. Make sure you are using your own words. Write the ideas down as if you were explaining them to someone unfamiliar with the topic. Avoid looking at the original text while doing this. Next, change the structure. In addition to using different words, try to change the sentence structure. For example, if the original sentence is a complex sentence, consider breaking it up into two simpler sentences. You can use synonyms. Where possible, use synonyms for words in the original text. However, be cautious with terms that have specific technical meanings. A synonym might not always be suitable. Then compare. After you've written your paraphrase, compare it to the original to make sure you've retained the meaning but changed the wording and structure significantly. The final steps in the paraphrase process are to cite the source. Even if you've paraphrased, you still need to give credit to the original author. Make sure to properly cite the source according to the style guide you are using, APA, MLA, etc. Finally, review. Read through your paraphrase to check for clarity and coherence. Make sure it fits well within the broader context of your paper or presentation. Here are additional tips to perfect this process. Practice. Like any skill, paraphrasing gets easier with practice. Start with shorter texts and work your way up to longer, more complex materials. Peer review. It's often helpful to have someone else review your paraphrase to ensure that you've maintained the original meaning. Use paraphrasing tools cautiously. There are software tools that can help with paraphrasing, but use them cautiously. They may not always maintain the original meaning, and the quality can be inconsistent. Quoting versus paraphrasing. Remember that some information is better quoted directly, especially if the wording is particularly impactful or the author is a leading authority on the subject. Mastering paraphrasing can improve your writing and deepen your understanding of the subject matter, making it a valuable skill for academic and professional settings alike. In the last slide, paraphrasing tools were mentioned. Yes, there are online tools that can help you learn to paraphrase. These tools use algorithms to reword and restructure sentences. However, it's important to approach these tools with caution for several reasons. There are advantages. These tools can quickly produce paraphrases, which can be beneficial when working with large volumes of text. Ideas for rewording. If you're stuck, a paraphrasing tool might offer alternative ways to express the same idea, which you can then further refine. However, there are disadvantages as well. Quality. Automatic paraphrasing tools often produce text that is grammatically incorrect or awkwardly phrased. Loss of meaning. The subtleties or complexities of the original text may be lost, leading to inaccuracies. Plagiarism risk. Relying solely on a tool could result in paraphrases that are too similar to the original text, putting you at risk for plagiarism. Here are a few popular paraphrasing tools. Remember, these change often, and new software is always being developed, such as Quillbot, Grammarly, and Paraphrase Online. Here are a few tips to use paraphrasing tools effectively. Understand the original. Before using a tool, make sure you understand the original text. This will help you verify that the tool's output maintains the intended meaning. Manual editing. Always review and edit the output. Make sure it fits the context, retains the original meaning, and is grammatically correct. Check for plagiarism. Use a plagiarism checker to ensure that the paraphrased text is sufficiently different from the original. Cite your sources. Even if you've used a tool to help you paraphrase, you must still provide appropriate citations. Remember, these tools should supplement your own efforts, not replace them. Your understanding and interpretation add value to your academic or professional work, something a tool can't replicate. Here are additional resources for paraphrasing.